Hello, if like me you're interested in the differences between the old and new TomTom, just going to do a quick video just to demonstrate that. So this is my older TomTom Go, this is my newer one. Straight away the screen on the newer one is much better, it's slightly bigger, it's got a better feel to it, you can pinch to zoom, something you can't do on the old one. Form factor wise, as you can see they've slimmed it down a little bit. And on the back the cradles are different. So this one has a non-magnetic one that you slide in and out, and this one has a magnetic one which slots into the bottom and clips on and off quite easily. So menu wise, TomTom have been getting a lot of stick for cutting down the menu. I actually prefer it. If we just go into the menus, so the difference here, you navigate to, find alternatives. You've got about, I think it's about 3 pages of menus. Navigate to, then you've got to select, say, an address. Then you've got to select a postcode, and off you go. The new TomTom, this is the menu. This is pretty much it. So instead of going to select address or anything like that, you just search and type in what you're looking for. That might be house number and postcode, or it might be a landmark. So the old TomTom, you can prepare a route, and this gives you a good indication of how quickly it can calculate. So as you can see, the new TomTom is considerably faster at calculating the route. So old TomTom, you could have points of interest, petrol stations and things. New TomTom, you can search for those and it will pull it up. Everything about the new TomTom is better. It's much faster. I've found much faster at rerouting, much faster when you're zooming in and out. The traffic on this, the old TomTom did have a traffic adapter you put in, but that was only local radio type traffic announcements. This one is TomTom's live service, and as you can see it's populating the map with little red dots. So one thing you can't do on new TomTom at the moment, as far as I'm aware, is you can't submit map corrections, which you could do on the old one. You could correct a map error and submit it. But the new TomTom does come with lifetime map updates, so in theory you won't be relying on the free error updates. So another thing the new TomTom doesn't have is itinerary planning, so you can add lots of itineraries. Now this wasn't anything I ever used, but I know some people will have used it. Instead, on the new one you can plan it via going to, say, current routes, and you can add a stop to the route. So you'd put in, as I've put in London to Manchester, you might add in a stop, and let's just say and then it will recalculate based on that, but you can't, so you have to go through adding lots of itinerary items and then you can plan out your trip. So far I've only used this for a couple of days. I've had this for quite a few years now. I never had a problem with the voice commands on this. They always were well timed ahead of turning. The newer one I have found a couple of times I've passed the turning before it said turn right. Hopefully they'll correct that with a software update. The newer one does read out the names in a far more natural manner. It's probably the most natural manner I've heard from a sat-nav. It's really good. So on the old one you couldn't pinch to zoom. You had to press these plus or minuses, which these days just it doesn't feel particularly natural. New one, no problem, pinch to zoom in and out. So there you go, there's a very quick comparison between the old and new TomTom. If you've got any questions, leave them in the comments below. Thank you.